welcome. I decided to multitask today because bitch hasn't got some time. She just really doesn't have any fucking time. So hold on. So I'm gonna be talking about not really a few things, still the same thing about the red pill humanist burlesque mess revolution. Yikes. And trying to do my makeup and be on time. So first of all, when this video dropped and then like the GoFundMe dropped, I thought it would kind of not really be the end of it, but I figured it was like, well, they're done now, like, right? But no, just like the Marvel universe, it has expanded. So I'm really having a hard time to not like start off every video with, bitch, guess what this trick did now? Like, but that's kind of the overall feeling that I have. Like, so phase 1 of the video was, oh, by the way, everyone's a mean bully. Woe is me. Why can't we have rapists and, racists, like, running around? Which, I mean, they still are. She's the only one that, like, actually got punished for that because she didn't really shut up. But, anywho. So then she had the Joanne the Scammer GoFundMe to fund her trip back to New York, because I guess she's like getting her stuff out of storage, which whatever. But phase 3 is really like what kind of caught my attention and was just, there was an actual like, I don't know, like, oh god, response to it. So apparently she's encouraging people that have been quote unquote bullied to lawyer up and or call the police. Now, the people mainly siding with her are people that have been quote unquote bullied by either queer people or people of color or women that have been assaulted. Those are the bullies in this situation. So it's really interesting to me to like see these people kind of like flock to the idea of calling the police on women that have already been sexually assaulted, and brown people and queer people. That historically works out, I hear, really well. Let's see. Report bullying to the police. I like wrote down some notes so I just wouldn't go off on my own little fucking tangents like I always do. Oh, okay, so on top of in phase 3, there's a call to a rallying cry to call the police and whatever when you're bullied and lawyer up. But also there is a call to end safe spaces. So like she just said 2 like opposing ideas, right? And she's selling it as one idea, which again historically works out. The idea of getting rid of safe spaces in dressing rooms, like there's no particular reason that we have dressing rooms. That's an interesting, I would say that's an interesting idea. But it's not an interesting idea, she's just being a shitbag. The people rallying around, like, the thing about this is everything she says, regardless of how shitty it is, it's wrapped in this faux hippie, but love and light, and evolution, progress and peace. Like, she's just using buzzwords, but then saying like the opposite of that. Like, her main message is like, fuck people that like call out like predators in the community, but love hashtag peace, love light, kale carpet, Hashtag van life, you know, like those things, like she's totally doing. So that's a really interesting thing to watch people digest what she's saying. And they'll like latch on to the, oh, love and no bullies, but they won't realize like kind of what she's saying, which is, I don't know how to like talk to these human beings because I feel like they're swing voters. I don't know how to talk to a fucking swing voter at all. Like, you're not sure that like women and brown people deserve like rights? Like that's a dicey topic for you? Like, really? Alright. Whatever. I fucking guess. But I feel like that's phase 3 of her anti-Marvel universe. Is really kind of, it's worrying a bit, because not for me. Like, nobody's gonna, like, what are they gonna do? Stop talking shit on the internet, Lily. Like, that's not a thing. But, you know, I guess they can slap me with a good old-fashioned defamation suit, like, whatever. But I don't think they're gonna come after people like me. They're gonna come after, like, people that are, like, probably a little bit poor and a little bit well-known and probably black. I'm gonna go ahead and say those are, like, the 3 criterias right now. Is, like, they're probably going to go after some, like, you know, like either queer artist or a woman who's been assaulted by somebody. Like, these people, and that's already happening. There's already a defamation suit in New York, I believe. Some dude sexually assaulted a chick, and now they came forward and were like, hey, like, me too. Like, a bunch of people, like, corroborated the story, and then, you know, he slapped him with the suit. Because there isn't, like, don't say go to the cops. Like, that's not an option for, like, a ton of people for a lot of reasons. A, they don't do anything. Like, you have a 1 in 99, like, a 1 in 100 chance that your rapist actually sees jail time. So that in and of itself is just, stop saying go to the police. It's not helpful. It's just not. You know, like, after your assault, nobody wants to be touched anyways. So, and rape kits don't get tested. They just don't. They just, I'll link it below. They just don't. So, like, phase 3 was really insulting and, like, really horrific to watch on, like, a multitude of levels. So, then, phase 4 happened. Like, oh, wait, back to phase 3. We're going back. Rewind. She's also, like, insane. All of this, like, drivel and word vomit where, like, get rid of safe spaces, fuck people that, like, want progress, but hashtag evolution and love and peace. Revolution. Whatever that means. She also invokes the name of, like punk rock people. And she's like, John Waters and Iggy Pop, and, you know, there was, like, another one in there that I can't really remember, but I just remember thinking that was probably one of the funnier things ever, is that she's talking about, like, how, you know, she doesn't want these, like, safe spaces, but she wants to call the police and a lawyer, and then hashtag punk rock. And I can't think of anything less punk rock than, like, calling the police. Like, excuse me, people are online bullying me. Are we, like, that's not, oh man. So many things to just take out and unpack there. Where is that other? Oh, okay. I guess we're missing in action, huh? Ooh. She has too much shit on her desk. But anyhow, on to phase 4. Phase 4 is kind of just where you think that this bullshit would go. A picnic. How nice. So phase 4 is apparently a picnic at Betty Davis Park. Now, alright, this mainly started over, you know, a dude using the N-word on stage. Maybe this bitch don't know about Betty Davis, but Betty Davis had an FBI file. Okay. Betty Davis, back in the day, like in World War II, she basically said, she announced that she was doing a club for the troops. And everybody was like, oh, okay, club for the troops. And she's like, oh, it's not going to be segregated, by the way, by the by. And everybody lost their fucking minds. And she was just like, I'm sorry, but black soldiers are taking the same bullets, so they can get the same treatment and respect. So the fact that they're like having this, like, you know, it's okay to be racist, safe space powwow in Betty Davis Park is another layer of just, I think cognitive dissonance is like a good, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but I feel like everybody gets what I'm saying. Like, it's so far flung from like what any of, you know, like Betty Davis stood for. Pause, I need to change my music. She's back. But yeah, the fact that phase 3 is basically like tattle on people, how very punk rock of you. And phase, you know, phase 4 is let's have a picnic. Punk rock, everybody. However, you know what, when I think punk rock, my mind instantaneously goes to sandwiches with the crust cut off and hula hoops. Just fight the system, guys. Like one thing at a time. One thing at a time. I fucking guess. But let's see. Oh, and if you guys want to know more about the Betty Davis and the Hollywood, I think it was called the Hollywood Cafe, you can listen to a podcast called You Must Remember This, and I think I'll link that below, along with rape statistics. This is gonna be a fun video. Woo! I also feel like I didn't take this like as serious as I should have. Like, it's a giant member of our community, of the burlesque community anyways, that's basically saying, like, you know, brown folks and women shouldn't be safe. Like, that's, I feel like I almost had to like chuckle it off because it was, I didn't want to take it seriously, and that's kind of how we got Trump in office. So it's one of those things that, like, I feel like it's like, Lily, your white privilege is showing, but you know, here we are. Boop, 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 boop. Anywho, I definitely have been getting a lot of kicks out of the people that are doing the very cathartic thing of making memes. There's been some good ones. I feel like I just went for the Captain America. So, we made a video defending a rapist and a racist. If anybody doesn't know that meme, go look it up. Go Google it. Use the Googles. Anyhow, I'm gonna go and quit wasting time and getting ready, and I'll edit this video, and I love you all. Like and subscribe so I can get off my ass and make more content. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, goodbye.